Hi folks, it's Chris here, Chris Calcutt from Focusrite Novation, and I'm at the Seazone Festival in Sopot in the wonderful country of Poland, 2017. The sun is shining and everybody's got a big smile on their face over here. And I'm here with our Polish distributors, Audiotech, and here we have our latest synth offering from Novation. This is the wonderful Novation Peak. This is an 8-voice desktop polyphonic synthesizer. It is using both digital and analog technology, but is doing it in such a way that is really pushing the boundaries of what's available and what you can actually do with the digital technology. So it's a 3-oscillator synthesizer. The oscillators are digitally generated, and this is through what we call our FPGA, or these are producing the Oxford Oscillators from our FPGA chip that is inside here. That's an incredibly fast chip, and we're able to get the oscillators to come out of there from, well, pretty much 24 megahertz. So that's 24 million, not even thousand, million times a second that we're able to generate these oscillators. And the reality of that means that we can basically treat these oscillators as if they were behaving like analog oscillators as well. Those oscillators, the Oxford oscillators, are then run through an analog filter, analog VCA, and 3 analog distortion points as well. So there's a ton of distortion availability on here as well. We have 3 different points. We have a pre-filter, we have a post-filter, which is available from one of the menus, and then we have our final post VCA distortion, and that one can get pretty aggressive if you want it to. So that's the analog side. The filter is basically a super resonant filter that we've taken from the base station. It's the same style of filter that we have there. And there's some interesting controls on here as well. For example, we've got filter modulation taken directly from oscillator 3. So this means we can use a linear frequency modulation to control the filter directly from a control on the top panel here, which is very nice. But in addition to that, we can also use the oscillators to cross-modulate and to frequency modulate that way, and we can do that through our mod matrix. One of the really cool things I think about Peak is the fact that we've got a control panel here with everything on it. So even if we don't have the menu here, we've still got full control over the synthesizer. But if we want to go even deeper, we've got even more control directly through the menus that we have here, and that includes the mod matrix. The mod matrix gives you 16 different slots, and in these slots we have 37 destinations and 16 different types of sources. This is vast. I mean, basically we have here under the mod menu, we have a modular synth effectively, and it's a really powerful thing. All the modulations are very useful and very powerful, but one of the things that I mentioned just before is the frequency modulation between the oscillators, and this means that we can use the Peak as an FM synth as well. So very powerful system. Finally, on this side here, we've got our effects section as well. And these effects are incredibly high resolution as well, especially the reverb. The reverb has got an incredibly nice, sweet sound to it. And these have been built from the ground up for Peak as well. So they've not been ported over from any other device or anything like that. They've been created specifically for this instrument. So the Peak, as I say, desktop system. We went for a desktop system because we felt that this now gives everybody the option of choosing how they control Peak. A lot of people already in their project studios or in their professional studios or even in their small studios at home as well have already got a lot of controllers, a lot of black and white notes that they can use to control and play with Peak. So one of the design features here is that it's a nice and portable system. Of course, it's a wonderful sounding synth, so we had to put wooden end cheeks on there as well. That's essential. But generally, it's an incredibly powerful synthesizer. 3 oscillators, a whole load of additional oscillators, of course, yeah. Because they're digital, we have our traditional VA, virtual analog oscillators, sine wave, triangle, sawtooth, and square. But then we also have another feature here which says more, and this opens up directly onto the menu a page now where I can access my wavetables as well, because of course using digital aspects to the synthesizer opens up a lot of possibilities. Analog sounds fantastic, but it is quite limited in terms of what you're able to kind of do with that technology. So by pushing the digital aspects of this really as far as we possibly can by using this FPGA to create this very high resolution oscillator, we're able to do some quite incredible things. So that's the Peak, and it's available for people to come and have a play on down here at the Seazone Festival in Stockport. And this is going to be in stores very, very soon as well. So thanks very much for watching. I hope that's been nice for you. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.